All right, back again. Well, I hate to admit this, but looks like Eddie Hearn was right. Um, Pretty much, it looks like Eddie Hearn is going to probably announce the Joshua Ruiz rematch before Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions announces Canelo's next fight. So it was reported today by ESPN.com that Canelo Alvarez will postpone the traditional September date for later this year. Now let's read what Eric Gomez, president of Golden Boy Promotions, said. Because Oscar De La Hoya, I know you guys are saying, what about Oscar De La Hoya? Well, Oscar De La Hoya, I guess, is CEO, and Eric Gomez is his president. So Eric Gomez said Canelo will fight again later this year, and we're working through everything right now. Okay. There's also rumors out there, I guess, that Canelo Alvarez was having problems with his knee. Gomez says the knee is not an issue. Okay. So Golden Boy released a statement from Alvarez today saying that he would forego the September 14th fight because of difficulties in finding an acceptable opponent. So they were having a hard time finding an acceptable opponent. Thought Golovkin would have been an acceptable opponent. Thought Andrade would have been an acceptable opponent. So obviously, we know he doesn't want to fight Golovkin because it's personal, but why not Andrade? What's wrong with him? So this kind of says to me that maybe they want a softer touch, a bigger name, and a softer touch. Who knows? That's just my opinion because there's two great fights staring him right in the face and passed on both of them. So it is what it is. So this is what Canelo had said in this statement. He says, as a Mexican, it's a responsibility and an honor to represent my country in both May and September, Alvarez said. Those are my dates. However, as a world champion in multiple weight classes, I also have the responsibility of delivering the most exciting and competitive fights possible. That's why Golden Boy and my team have decided to postpone the date in order to do the right thing by my fans, by promoting the best fight possible and with the best possible opponent. Alvarez, who also holds a secondary belt in the super middleweight division, is going into the third fight of his 11 fight, 5-year, $365 million deal with the zone. Okay, so let's read what John Skipper had to say about all this. He said we continue to work towards putting together a compelling annual schedule for fight fans. Okay, it would be premature to comment on our plans until we finalize the remaining cornerstones of the 2019 calendar. So basically, he's pretty hush hush, John Skipper. He's not really saying anything negative about Alvarez. He's not complaining. I mean, I guess he's just waiting to see what happens. They're working on something, I guess. And Kovalev was supposed to be the opponent, and he was very close to becoming the opponent. But I guess they couldn't put that deal together. Here's what Kathy Duva had to say about that deal. She said, "For weeks I've been concerned about that this just wasn't going to happen in September." Duva told ESPN Steve Kim on Wednesday about a potential Kovalev Alvarez fight. There were too many issues, too many problems. There just wasn't enough time. The numbers were beginning to get realistic, Duva said. Then suddenly there was no communication. It was just cut off. Something was wrong. So I guess Kovalev is going to go ahead and fight um, Anthony Yard August 24th. That's all set. If he gets past, Anthony Yard, I doubt he's going to be able to fight later in the year. So that fight will probably happen if it all happens next year. So who does Canelo fight? Because the zone already said no to Munguia. Unless he decides to end up, breaking down and just fighting um, Andre later in the year. they could put something together. Maybe there wasn't enough time to put something together. Who knows? Because Andre had some injuries coming off of his performance against Solecki. But here's the thing, guys. Canelo Alvarez said that he has an obligation to his fans. And basically, you know, these two dates, these two Mexican holiday dates that Canelo has traditionally been fighting on, it's basically a tribute to his fans. So by him really not being able to find a suitable opponent, it seemed as though there was a ton of opponents there. I mean, everyone would have been happy with the Andre fight. Everyone would have been happy with the third Golovkin fight. No one would have complained about that. So maybe they were trying really hard to make that Kovalev fight. They put so much time and energy and effort into making that Kovalev fight, and then when it fell through, there just wasn't any time left. So maybe that was the plan. But now Kovalev is going to be fighting in August, and he won't be able to fight again until next year. So now you're going to end up fighting, either Andre or Golovkin, because there's no one else to really fight. You're talking about a competitive, suitable opponent. So this is kind of like a slap in the face to the Mexican fans. These are supposed to be special dates. And you were mad before when Mayweather was fighting on these dates, and you wanted the dates because you said you were Mexican and Mayweather, I'm going to take the dates from Mayweather, blah, 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 blah. But when Mayweather was fighting on these dates, he never postponed. He always, I think for the last 5 or 6 years of his career, if I'm not mistaken, always fought on these two Mexican holidays because he knew that those were 2 days that a lot of people would be wanting to watch the sport. And we already know that the large Latino demographic of boxing fans that we have out there. So I think this makes Canelo and Golden Boy look real bad. This with all of the opponents and everyone thought that even DAZN included, thought that a third Golovkin fight was going to happen. But now all of a sudden, because it's personal, you don't want to fight Golovkin. Instead of taking care of your business, I mean, it's a huge money fight. It's a fight that everyone wanted to get behind. Hey, what's up, Haplotype? It's a fight that everyone was behind. No one was going to complain about it. It would have been a huge fight. But they fucked it up because of personal business. So I just think that's a bad look. I think it's a slap in the face to the fans. I think it's a slap in the face to DAZN. And there's no way in hell DAZN could be happy about this. Really. Really. So how important are these dates to you? You were so mad because you wanted these dates. You didn't want Mayweather to fight on these dates anymore. You wanted to take the dates because you said, I'm a Mexican. I deserve to be fighting on these dates. Whatever. That was what you said. But you willingly just gave up this date because it seems as though you were stubborn, in my opinion. And I know these fights aren't always easy to make, but this Golovkin fight would have been easy to make. I mean, did it really matter to you if the fight was in Vegas or not? It was going to be a huge fight. Whether it would have been just as big as if it was in if it was in New York. What would have been wrong about putting that in Madison Square Garden? What would have been wrong about putting that in Dallas Stadium? It would have been a great Dallas Stadium fight. Jerry Jones definitely would have made sure that he can get that fight, So this is just crazy to me, man, how this whole thing played out. I think Golden Boy dropped the ball here. I think Canelo Alvarez dropped the ball here. Eric Gomez, I think, he's the president, but he also helps out with the matchmaking, I believe. They just dropped the ball, man. They dropped the ball. This was just a bad look all around, in my opinion. Bad look all around, in my opinion. That's just how I see it, man. So, I don't know. What do you guys think, man? I mean, who do you think he's going to fight? I wouldn't be surprised if Golovkin fights Munguia now. Maybe on that date. Maybe Golovkin takes the date and fights Munguia because he's Mexican, and he can say, hey, you know what? This is a fight. I'm fighting a Mexican on a Mexican holiday. It makes sense, right? I can't get the other Mexican I wanted to fight, so I'll just get the next available Mexican, right? And I'll take that date. And And what a slap in the face that would be to Canelo if Golovkin ended up taking that date. And Golovkin like says, I'm a Mexican style fighter fighting another Mexican. The only the Mexican that wanted to fight me. And the way they can spin it, they can say Canelo was avoiding him, blah 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 blah, and try to play that card. So they could promote that fight pretty well, I think. That would be that. I mean, I wouldn't love the fight. I didn't think Munguia would get hurt in that fight. I think Golovkin would beat him badly. But I mean, who's Golovkin going to fight now? Who's Golovkin going to fight? Is he going to fight Andre? Probably not. Right? Who's he going to fight? Billy Joe Saunders? Probably not. So there's really no one for Golovkin to fight, probably except for probably Munguia. The question is, will Golden Boy allow that to happen? Will they be willing to put Munguia, with Golovkin? Will the zone turn around and say, well, you got to give us something here. You don't want to give us Canelo. You got to give us something here. Work with us. So it's going to be interesting to see how this whole thing plays out, man. It really is. And I just think it's crazy. I think it's disappointing. And I wasn't 100% sure this was going to happen, but it was almost, the writing on the wall was there. You know what I mean? It's like, how are they going to put a fight together in such a short period of time? They had no time to work with. So I kind of understand why they were going to sacrifice him against Canelo, right? Golden Boy was ready to do that. Well, I mean, I said that before, but that Golden Boy's willing to cash him out. Golden Boy's willing to cash him out. That's on them. That's what they wanted to do. So we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. But Golden Boy was willing to cash him out. That's what they wanted to do. It wasn't my idea. It was their idea. They were willing to cash out Munguia to Canelo. So now they'll probably cash him out to Golovkin, right? So we'll see. We will see. It's going to be interesting, guys. It really is. Really, really is. And I don't think the Mexican fans are going to be happy, man. I really don't. Tony says, what's the bigger fight, Munguia versus Canelo or Munguia versus... Probably Munguia versus Canelo. I don't know. I mean, two Mexicans fighting each other. It's better to have a Golovkin fighting. I don't know. It's probably the Canelo fight probably be a little bit bigger, I guess. Probably the Canelo fight. Yeah, I mean, Canelo's a huge star. Canelo's a huge star, so probably him. Probably be him. So, but still, I mean, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? That's what you have to ask yourself. What the hell are they going to do? Right? That's what you have to ask yourself, because I just think they're in a tough situation right now. They're really in a tough situation right now, and I just don't know how they're going to get out of it, really, to be honest with you. I just don't know how they're going to get out of it, to be honest with you. So let me know what you guys think, man. What's going to happen here? How do you see this playing out? Well, I mean, what do you think, Igloo? Do you think that Munguia has a chance against either Canelo or Golovkin? It's a different type of situation, because Floyd just outboxes you. Okay, these guys will hurt you. These guys will hurt you. It's a totally different story here. I mean, it's not the same deal. Canelo really didn't get beat up, and he got beat, but it wasn't like he got beat up in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Whereas these, Munguia is going to get hurt, and his defense is really bad compared to these guys. So, well, I don't know if it'll raise his profile, Igloo, if he gets destroyed. I'm not saying there's shame in losing to Canelo. I'm talking about his physical state after the fight. Like that's a fight that could ruin him. Tony, please don't quote Rick Lacer in this chat, please. The guy is the biggest fraud in the history of the sport. He's a joke. Please do me a favor. Please do not quote Rick Lacer in this chat ever again. Please. Respectfully, I ask you. He's a fucking idiot, that guy. He knows zero. Okay? Supposedly fucking Ruiz had a contract with the zone now. He's a fucking idiot. Don't listen to this jackass. I get upset just by reading that fucking remark, to be honest with you. No disrespect. The guy just fucking aggravates me. Makes me sick. Sorry. Guy just drives me up a fucking wall. So yeah, the guy's just a fucking fraud, man. He's really a fraud. Really, really a fraud. So yeah, it should be Munguia versus Vargas in September, says Tony. No, he's a joke, Tony. He's horrible. He's the worst. He's wrong all the time. Just make shit up. Make shit up. Smith Canelo December, heard it here first. Oh, Liam Smith? That would be a huge, huge fight if that happened. I'd be freaking really happy for that. That'd be an awesome fight. I would not complain about that one whatsoever. I'd have no problem with that one. Not at all. Oh, I'm wicked excited for this Pac-Man fight. I'm picking Pac-Man too. I think let me see what the odds are on that Pac-Man fight. To be honest, let me take a look at that. Yo, what's up with the super chats, man? No one's giving us super chats anymore, man. We're doing a lot of shows, man. A lot of shows. Let's kick in. Let's kick in with the super chats here, man. Come on now. Show some love, man. All right, let me see. Let me see what the odds are on that Pacquiao Keith Thurman fight, because Thurman opened up as the favorite, but I don't think he's the favorite anymore. Do not think Thurman is the favorite anymore. Let's take a look at this. Okay. Sign in here. I don't think Thurman is the favorite anymore. Let's take a look here. I'm curious to see what the odds are now. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look. Yeah. Wow. Keith Thurman's a plus 130. Manny Pacquiao's a minus 150. So Pacquiao is a slight favorite here. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I got Pac-Man too. Thank you, Brian. As I was looking it up, you already posted it. I should have waited for you. But yeah, it's Thurman's a plus 130 and Pac's a minus 150. Amazing. Fucking amazing. But I think Pac's gonna win. I don't think Pac's gonna knock him out, but I think Pac's gonna outwork him. I see Pac outworking him. Brian's 110% correct, Scott. I just checked it on my website. He is correct. Yep. Yep. Most certainly. So what do you guys? Who do you guys got on Saturday? Pac-Man or Thurman? Kurt Warden says Pac's getting stopped. Thurman too big. I don't see that. No, I don't think he's that big. Saw him today. He looked kind of thin. He's tall. He's about an inch taller, but I don't think he's bigger. Brian taking the plus 130. Dale says Manny. Interesting. Igloo's taking Pac-Man. What about the rest of you guys? What do you got? Who do you got? Who do you got? Yeah, I'm taking Pac-Man. I want to do a live cast. I don't know if Eric wants to do it. I know I'm going to do it regardless. I'm going to do a live cast on Saturday for that fight. I love doing live casts. I like seeing how everyone has it. I like talking to everybody. Interaction. Thank you, Dale. Appreciate that. He says thumbs up. How can you bet against Thurman? Very easily. How can you bet against Pacquiao? He's an elite fighter. This guy is crazy. Canelo not fighting in September is like Santa skipping Christmas. Yeah, this is crazy. Low blow champ says. Manny turns back the clock, says Scott Smith. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna head out of here, man. It's getting a little bit late over here. I'm kind of hot. I want to jump in the shower. But I'll talk to you guys soon. Make sure you, as always, you check out the Ringside Reporter podcast every Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And we'll be doing Eric and I probably on Friday, we'll be doing like a preview show for Pacquiao Thurman. And I'm going to be doing a live cast. I want to see if Eric wants to do the live cast. So we're going to have a live cast one way or the other on Saturday. And we're going to definitely have the preview show on Friday. All right. Yeah, PBC is probably going to take that date. Yeah, that's right, Jason. They probably could. I wouldn't be surprised. All right, guys. Until next time, Beeb is out. Thank you for tuning in and have a great night.